I've been drawing ever since I have memory. As a kid, I would spend my afternoons lying on my bed, doodling my attempts at Spider-Man and Goku onto loose sheets of printer paper. I would fill folders upon folders with my drawings. It's all I did, really. My parents were strict with my TV and video game usage, so I just drew in my free time. In my first grade class, I certainly wasn't the best with the pencil. Many of us would draw. But despite not being the most talented, I think I was one of the few who decided to pursue it as a career. In art, it's kinda like that. It's a scary thing to dedicate your life to. So it's understandable that many decide a safer path. But sometimes, it feels as if you don't have a choice. As if you were born like this, despite having talent or not. You just are an artist. As a kid, I wasn't interested in anything else. I tried to get good grades, but I would rather draw in class until my sketchbooks got confiscated by my math teacher. I also didn't want anyone to think I was useless. So getting better at art was a way to prove the world that I was good at something, that I was valuable. Making art isn't just something I like to do. It's something I need to do. I really don't know what else I would do if I couldn't create art. Be it painting, making music, or writing this very video. In a way, I'm trapped. I'm trapped into needing to create like the way I need to eat to stay alive. I know I'm not alone in this. If you're watching this video, you're probably like me as well. Creating not because you want to, but because that's what you do. That's who you are. Now, that doesn't mean that making art is effortless, especially for me. I think for most of us, it's the contrary. In my life, there have been months where my pencil would lie abandoned on my table, untouched. I would stare at that pencil every day, knowing that one day I'll pick it up, but not right now. I knew that if I tried, it would weigh too much for my hands to bear. Tomorrow I'll start drawing again, I would tell myself, knowing that that's what I told myself yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. It's been months since that day I sharpened the pencil, giving it that beautiful long taper with my blade. It's been months since I tried to make a single line on my sketchbook. Maybe I was hanging out more often with my friends, or I've been practicing my guitar and singing, or I could have been depressed and not been able to get out of bed. It doesn't really matter why I haven't drawn. The fact is, I haven't drawn. Then one day, it's midnight. I haven't done much during the day. I'm about to go to bed, but something inside of me gives me the strength to pick up that pencil. I dust off my sketchbook and draw a few lines. I'll never abandon art again, I promise myself. This has happened to me countless times throughout my life. Nowadays, I tend to be painting and drawing consistently throughout the week. I've come to realize that it's just as important to my happiness as with my career. I don't necessarily enjoy the moment of creating art that much, which is kind of strange to think about. Yes, there are moments when I'm painting where I get a sort of runner's high. Nights where I've been painting for so long non-stop that I get completely disengaged from my surroundings, the brush becoming an extension of myself. In those moments, I'm at peace. Nonetheless, most of the time, drawing is not an exhilarating activity. It's more boring than fun, honestly. Of course, you may be different and love every single line, every single mistake, every single success. But I think I'm just wired differently. In my case, while I'm drawing or painting, I'm mostly in a state of constant frustration. I'm frustrated because my lines are too shaky or my brushstrokes don't convey form good enough. I'm never satisfied with what I make. I'm hating myself for not practicing enough, for not learning how to draw hands correctly, or not getting out of my comfort zone and only doing small paintings. These thoughts come and go while I try to make something that I don't hate. Enjoying art not only becomes more difficult when it's your career, but also when it becomes who you are. For me, not being a good artist is like I'm not a valuable person. Now, I know it's not healthy to think like this. Your value as a person isn't based by how good you are at something. But I can't help it. I've always been like this. And I'm not gonna lie. This does give me a bit of passion. It gives me direction, like I'm never lost, like I always know what I need to do. It gives my life purpose, and I'm grateful for that. This is why I love it. I love the struggle. I love that I had to draw the same face 1,000 times to make it even remotely good. I love that I had to fight for my skill, several sleepless nights painting, because talent is a myth. It's all training. It's all practice. That's why I don't give up, and I'll never give up. I know that I can make it. I just need to keep on trying, keep on creating, because I'll eventually get there. And if I can, I know that you can too. I love art. What value does love have if it's easy to obtain? In every type of relationship, to love requires care, time, patience, effort. Why wouldn't art be the same? For me, my love of art is an unconditional type of love. Even when I rip out the drawings out of my sketchbook or scrape the paint off a horrible portrait painting, my love for it doesn't go anywhere. Then one day, the painting that you've been planning for weeks is finally done. You may not have slept much and drank a bit too many cups of coffee, but you never thought that you were capable of creating something so beautiful, something that you're proud of. You're now in your room, standing in front of that very canvas, finally completed. You put your brushes away, and without even changing your paint-stained clothes sprinkled with all of the colors of your palette, you crawl into bed. You cover your face, hiding yourself from the morning sunlight, and go to sleep. It kinda sucks to be an artist, but at times I feel that it's worth it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next video. Now, go and draw something. Bye.